You're welcome to our YouTube channel. In today's training, I'm going to show you how to create an interactive dashboard in Power BI. How you can create an interactive and insightful dashboard in Power BI. So, just sit down and watch. But before I do, I want you to hit the subscription button below the description of this video if you have not yet subscribed to this YouTube channel. And also, don't forget to hit the notification button to get notified each time we post a video on our YouTube channel. Sit back and enjoy the video. Okay, now in our first and foremost, what we're going to do, let's create something. Let me get this. I'm going to call that sales dashboard. So when I hover it here, you can see what it does. Increase the font. So when this button is disabled, click to do it through. So when it's enabled, so the moment you placed on the tree here, you have this button which you can use to go back. So when I click on a particular state, I press on my control key and I click. It will bring me to this state to give me the various city that is inside that particular state. Now you can see for each of the states, I can see the total, the sum of amount, the sum of sales amount that this company, the revenue that comes to this company from each state. So I want to see the breakdown of a particular state to know the various city. I click on that, and we can have that from the various city to give me for that particular state. Okay, now let me. So now when I click on the first one is Maharashtra, I click on that and I click on it. It gives me the various city that are located in that particular state. Now you can see that various city there. Okay, now it's not working yet. It's not working. So you can see whichever state I clicked on, and I click on this directory, I'm still having the same name of state here. And this state name I have is the first name here. So when I click on another one here, and I click on this, it's still giving me this name. It's not changing. So I want to connect that to the directory now. Click on that. Let's go to action. Now this is page 2. When I click on this, I want to come to page 2. So we are dealing with directory 2. The name changes, so that is working perfectly. So when I click on a particular state, but for instance, this is a particular state, and this is a particular state, and this is the sales amount for that state. If I want to see the city where the revenue is coming from, I select that, I click to directory. It comes to this. Okay, but I want to do one more thing. When I place my mouse pointer here, I place here. I want to add a filter to this. The 5 customers with the highest sales, the 5 customers that buy more from this particular company. Okay, click on apply filter. Let's change that back to orange. Let's make use of the orange because I'm going to use the background to be that. Okay. Let's create a line chart. So with any of the category you click, you can see that Now, so if we want to see the data set quarter by quarter, let's make the label the quarter label there. The heading, the heading text there. Let's make that to be white. I think it's cool this way. Okay, I'm going to create this something like this. Let me duplicate that. that's the KPI. I want to do it month by month. I want to analyze the profit and the target profit. I've already calculated the target profit for the KPI. I've calculated my target profit for the KPI. That's my target profit. Now I'm comparing the previous month profit with the current month profit. Now this is the DAS formula I used to compare the previous month profit with the current month profit. So as you go on the KPI, you see what happens to the profit. So okay, I've gotten the target, I've gotten the value, profit. Yeah, so that is a month by month analysis. That's the month by month analysis. So okay, let me take a look. This is what I want to do. Okay, 1, 2, fine. I'm trying to change it. That part is not changing, so I decided to get a new button since it refuses to change. On over. Okay. And what I'm going to create again is this. Now you can see this particular button here. Now when I choose for the gauge, now this for the KPI and this for the gauge. When I click on this, it gives me the gauge. So let's create that for the gauge. Now I'm going to turn this, let's convert this to a gauge chart, a gauge chart. Okay, then I'm analyzing the sum of the profits. My value should go to the profit. I don't have a minimum, I don't have a maximum profit. Then the target value is the comparing the previous year's profit to the current year profit, which I've already done the DAS calculation for that. Now, as you can see, when you look at the gateway chart, the profit is this, twice of the amount is this. Now, I want to look at previous year profit and compare it with previous month profit and compare with current month profit. So if I should click the month of March, for instance, now it's comparing the profit, and this is the current year profit. This is the profit for the month of March. It's giving me this negative sign for the month of March. That's the profit for the month of March. Okay, now what we are going to do now in this K chart, we've gotten profits, we've gotten our target value. Okay, now what I want to do is this. I want to change this color. I want to change this color. I already created the color here. I call that this color. So I want a situation whereby if we meet the targets, if the previous year profit, if the current month profit is greater than the previous month profit, I want it to become green. But if the current month profit is less than the previous month profit, I want it to turn red. So I've already created that here using the gauge color. That's the name. Switch. I make use of the switch function true. Then I light it if the current month profit is greater than or equal to the previous month profit. Let it be green, otherwise let it be red. So I want to put that there in the target. Click on that. So when I click the month of April, now you can see that we have we can see what we have, that the current month profit is greater than the previous month profit. Let's go to our table for the month of April. So let's check the month of April. Look at the month of April. January, February, March. Okay. Then let's see here if we can get that for the month of April. Let's see what we can get. Okay. What we are going to do is this. Okay, let me bring up this. Let me bring up this card. The current month profit. Okay, let's bring the previous month profit so we can. Oh, you can see that the previous month profit for the month of April was 152. You can see it was 152. The current month profit was 24, and the previous month profit was 152. So this 48 is twice of this amount, 2 times. This gives us that. So when we want the situation, when we click, let's see the month of May. Anytime that means there was no profit. June, July, so once the previous month profit is greater than the current month profit, it gives us that value. So that's the target value. That's the target value. The target label is where we place the target label. Okay, that's that. Also, one more thing again I want to do before I wrap this up. I want to do something. We use the gate chart. We use the gate chart. We use the KPI. Okay, let me see this influencer. Okay, let me convert these two. Let's see the data diagram. Okay, let's assume we want to analyze our profits. Want to analyze our profits. Want to analyze the profit by category. Want to analyze the profit by category and by subcategory. Okay. We want to see the I or want to analyze it by category. By subcategory. So, okay. I have 1, 2, 3 chart. Okay. This way I'm gonna wrap this up. So let me push this forward. I'm going to do something now. This is the KPI chart. So let's change that to KPI. Why this is a great chart. This is a KPI chart, and this is the 3D composition chart. This is how far I can go with the training. What we are going to do now is this. I'm going to highlight all this. I'm going to highlight all that. Let's go to view. Let's go to selection. We're going to call that the active button. Okay, we call that the active button, and let's quickly duplicate that. Copy, paste. Okay, let's call this button. Let's call this second set of button we created in active button. Okay, now what we're going to do is this. Now that this is my KPI chart, let me call the KPI chart. Okay, this is a 3D composition. Okay, why this is the gay chart, the goal chart, whichever way you want to call it. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I want a situation whereby I have this three. Okay, let me just leave it that way. Okay, I have this three now. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me select the three. Press the shift key on your keyboard to select this three. Okay, let's call that performance analysis, performance chart. Okay, it tells us the performance of a business. Okay, now I have those two, the active and inactive button. Let me bring this. No, let me bring this to the bottom here. Okay, let me bring the button in between the charts. Okay, now what we are going to do is this. Yeah, differently you can do that. I want to suggest that when I click on this particular button, it will bring up the gate chart, and all these other buttons will be hidden. When I click on this particular button, all the other buttons will be hidden. And when I click on this particular button, these two buttons will be hidden, while these two buttons will be up. 1, 2 will be up. So that's what I'm going to do. Now you can see, okay, these are the active button. So just follow what I'm going to do now. Okay, let me click on this. I've selected the KPI charts. Now once the KPI chart is up, I want all this to be hidden. The KPI button, so let's call that KPI. So is the gauge. Double click on that and type the gauge. So when I click, I also want this. Okay, I want so now when I click on the God chart or the gauge chart or whichever way you want to call it, when I click on the gauge chart, when I click on this particular button, I want this chart to be up. I want this chart to be up. This particular chart to be up. So this will be hidden. This will be hidden. Then since it's a God chart, then these two buttons there's a mistake somewhere. Then these two buttons, this button here will be hidden. This button there will be hidden. No, these two buttons should not be hidden. Okay, when I click on this, no. These two buttons, this is a two button that needs to be hidden. All the inactive buttons should be hidden. All the active buttons should be hidden. Then I add the God chart here. That means the first one, let's call the God chart 2, KPI. Hide all the done. So let's do the KPI. So when I click on this KPI, I want this KPI chart. I want the KPI chart to be on, while the God chart will be hidden. The decomposition chart will be hidden. Fine. So when I click on this button, all the inactive buttons will be off. All the active buttons should be off. So let me just click that off. So I call that the KPI chart. That's for the KPI. Okay. Then let me unhide all the buttons on the chart I've hidden. Now, then when I click on this, I want this to be up. So that this chart will be hidden, this chart will be hidden, and all the inactive buttons should please go up. So I call that the composition. Since I already have the composition, call that the composition. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. So here's what happens once I click on the Go chart. The Go chart comes up. Click on KPI, KPI comes up. Click on this comes up, and all the buttons are hidden. Okay, now what I want to do is that now we have to connect this button with. Now what is left to do? Yeah. So you go to this page, you click on bookmarks, then you click on this is the Go chart. When I click on this button Go chart, I want to connect it with this chart. So I name it Go chart 2. So when I click on KPI, turn it on. I want to connect it with KPI. Bookmarks. Connect it with the KPI 2. Then when I click on the composition, turn that on. Bookmarks. I've already given them a name here. So let's test what we've done. Let's see if they are in order. So you can see when I click on the Go chart, it comes up KPI comes up, that comes up. Fine. That means what we've done is okay. And let's go to our selection. I want to bring out all my buttons, then all my charts. Now you can see that the inactive button is when I click. Okay, fine. That means it's working perfectly. So let me grab that. Fine. So let me create two more charts to fill up this point and to fill up this point. Let me change the position first. Let me bring it to the bottom left. Okay, let's leave the rest. Let's try to do something else. Let's plot another chart. Okay, this is how far we can go with our training. If you want to learn more on data analysis, how you can build an interactive dashboard, you okay. Want to learn how you can build an interactive dashboard? Just get in touch with us. That's what we call page navigation. When I click, I move to page 1. So just, you want to get in touch with us, or you want to learn how to build more interactive dashboard, that takes me to page 1. Want to learn how to build more interactive dashboard, yeah, that takes me to page 1. Then I need this button here. Want to learn how to build more interactive dashboard, just get in touch with us. You WhatsApp us or you give us a call and enroll for our training today. And you learn how to build an interactive dashboard for your business. You'll be able to track, we'll teach you how you can track your sales, how you can track the profits, how you can track your revenue, and how you can track your expenses, and how you can track your costs. Okay, now I want to move to this other page. Let me turn this on. I want, when I click, it takes me to page 2. When I click, it takes me to page 2. This is how far we can go. You want to learn more on how to build an interactive dashboard, don't hesitate to give us a call or WhatsApp us, and we're going to put you through on how to build an interactive dashboard. So you can simply give this a name. Let's right click on that, or you double click on it, and let's call that analysis. Okay, then yeah, let's call this sales analysis. Okay, enter. Now we've done that, we have that page. We already have a lot of pages here. We can now, you want to learn more on how to build an interactive dashboard, just click on this. How far we can go in this video. This is how far we can go in our training video. You want to learn more how to build an interactive dashboard, how to put a page on each of your slides, and when you click on this, it takes you to the next page. It takes you to that particular page that you're working on. It takes you to the next particular page you're working on. So you go to the customer page. You want to learn how to put this. Once I click on that particular, it takes me to the customer page. You can see the icon beside it. You want to learn how to put this icon beside it. Just enroll on our training on data analysis. You can see the 2 additional pages that are highlighted there. So at least when you click on this, you'll make a particular selection. You can see it affects the data. You click on a particular, it gives you the details for that. You click on this, it gives you the detail for that. When you click, you can clear up that. You go to the performance analysis. Once you get to the performance analysis, you click on that. Now when you go to performance analysis, the very moment we click on the girl chart here, it gives you that, and you can see your profit. You click on this, it gives you that. Now we want to see this by quarter. You can see the profit, the previous month profit and the current month profit, and you can carry on analysis. So you want to learn more on how to build an interactive dashboard, do well to call us on our phone number or WhatsApp us today, and we're going to teach you the tricks and the standard practices in creating an interactive dashboard. So this is how far I can go with the video today, the one we created today. This is how far I can go with that. So you enroll for our training, you want to learn more on how to build an interactive dashboard. you'll keep choosing and till you get the particular one you like. So let me undo. I like the way it was. So if we want to learn more on how to build an interactive dashboard, as I said earlier on, do well to get in touch with us. Call us today or WhatsApp us today, and we're going to show you, we're going to teach you how you can build an interactive business dashboard for your data sets. Do well today. We'll be waiting for your call. Go closer to your phone. Go WhatsApp us today, or do well to call us today. Thank you for watching. Let's wait for this to come up.